Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we're going to be having a look at the free-to-play KAKUNSA and ROSIE from the Universe Survival Saga, from the updated PEPPY GALS special event. I'm sure those of you out there who started doing this grind yourself are aware of the horrible drop rate, but we finally managed to get them both done. And we are going to have a look at them both here. So they both have a special pose leader skill. And then they both have a very interesting like infinite stack mechanic. So as you can see here, KAKUNSA stacks attack on super attack. And then when we look at her passive, she gets attack and defense 60%, special pose category allies key +1, attack and defense 10%, and then defense 10% at the start of each turn when there is an ally whose name includes Ribrianne or ROSIE attacking in the same turn. And so obviously the ROSIE basically has the same passive, but we've switched for KAKUNSA, and then she gets attack at the start of the turn and stacks defense on her super attack. So other than that, they are essentially the same unit. So aside from throwing a Ribrianne into the mix, they are designed to be used together. As you can see, for both of their hidden potentials, I did give them more of a leaning towards additional because they do have that infinite stack. And then the other stacks like from the start of the turn. So we're running them on the Universe Survival Saga team just because I want to see like the full potential that we can get out of them. So we are running the double blue Kaioken leads because he has a 170 leader skill. I'm going to get them onto rotation with each other, and then we just have Ribrianne as like a floating unit because she obviously fulfills that part of their passive as well. But she does have like a PEPPY GALS support unit, like support passive. So when she comes onto the rotation, she's going to be buffing them a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put her first. So turn 1, she's got 68k defense, which is not particularly good. But this is something that we see quite a lot with free-to-play infinite stacking units, that they don't obviously start out all that great. And it takes time to build them up. So that's why we've jumped into one of these events. It'd be interesting to see if they're even viable for Super Battle Road. Obviously, PEPPY GALS, the stage as it is now, is kind of one of the easiest ones in the game. But we will be getting, when Global finally gets the first 10 extreme Super Battle Road stages for the categories, there is an extreme PEPPY GALS stage, which I know is significantly more difficult than the original one. So it'll be interesting to see if they're even usable in that event, because their defenses will start out so low. Like free-to-play stackers normally are a little bit more of a liability in modes like that, where they don't have the time to build up. But we'll take them into the normal PEPPY GALS Super Battle Road at some point just to see how well they do in there. And obviously in that instance, we'll be running them under double Ribrianne leads. Ribrianne only has a 120% leader skill, which is why for this particular initial video, I wanted to run them on the actual Universe Survival Saga team. But of course, the main problem is the Universe Survival Saga team has so many like top tier powerful units that if you were actually going to run a Universe Survival Saga team with the double Goku leads, you're probably not going to be running these girls on the team. But either way, we will see how we can get on here. So now we're starting to build up more. So obviously you can see we've still got Ribrianne on the rotation, so she's getting the same support, but her defense has increased. And then ROSIE's obviously starting out a little bit lower because this is her first turn. Obviously in terms of links, they have the exact same link set. So as you can see, I finished farming them up and then rainbowed them both, which potentially was a waste of orbs, but we're going to find out. But yeah, they do have the exact same links. So if you did link level them to 10, like if you are a free-to-play player, I feel like they would definitely be a lot more viable in those more difficult modes, because sharing the exact same link set, a lot of those links at level 10 are pretty good. So that super attack animation is kind of... They both have kind of cool super attacks. Obviously, they're not, you know, some of the cool, crazy stuff that we see from the top-tier characters, but those are pretty decent in terms of the animation quality. And then, yeah, we get the double super from her, so that's double stacking of her defense. And then it'll be interesting to see when we don't have Ribrianne on the turn, what their stats are going to be. So We'll just give you this. I did bring the God Topo because the Universe Survival Saga is very lacking in support units that give attack. MVP 17 is like a really good choice because he gives a nice big defensive buff as well as giving key, but he doesn't give any attack. And obviously on global we're still very much like desperately waiting for God Topo to get his easy A, because then he becomes a really good support unit for basically every single team that he's on. And so he gives a 35% attack and defensive buff. So let's see what we are at for these two. Wow, yeah, so Rosie's already over 100k defense. And then KAKUNSA at 80. But obviously once we see them attack here, her attack stat should be higher. But yeah, it's quite interesting way they designed these two units, with the fact that they stack one of their stats with their super attack, and then the other one stacks like indefinitely at the start of each turn, as long as you have the appropriate ally on the rotation. I do think that's a kind of cool way of doing it. So KAKUNSA almost at a 1 million attack stat. So this is what I was saying about free-to-play units taking their time to build up. Like normally, if you have like a rainbow unit with their full link set activated and a 35% support unit on the rotation under a 170 leader, you would definitely be expecting to hit a million attack stat. So obviously that is the problem with free-to-play alternatives. But obviously if you are free-to-play, I guess it's a little bit unfair statement, because you're not used to every single unit in your box just hitting like 2, 3, 4 million attack stats on turn 1. So for free to play, I do think they're pretty solid. They're another good addition. The PEPPY GALS team is so ridiculous now. If they ever get a 170 leader, like there's such an insane combination of units that I think they made them so good to compensate how weak the team was early on. And now that the team is not weak at all, if they got a 170 leader, the team would absolutely be ridiculous. Like these, the STR Chi-Chi, who gives like, is it 100 or 120% defense to PEPPY GALS allies? So you throw them on a team with a 170 lead when they're actually starting out the turn with crazy high defense, and then yeah, that would be that'd be pretty good. So no support unit on the rotation now. Rosie's still over 100k defense. KAKUNSA only at 71. So, I mean, obviously, in these longer form events, because they're getting a 10% raise at the start of each turn for the one that they're not stacking with their super attack, KAKUNSA would eventually get to 100k defense. But as you can see here, Rosie's defense not quite high enough yet for being able to tank supers. But other than that, they've both been tanking normal attacks pretty well. Get a nice crit off of you. Yeah, 15k. Not too bad considering her defense overall. And then next rotation we should have Ribrienne back again. So yeah, all in all, in terms of like free-to-play units, I do think they are pretty good. Okay, yeah, this is a bad turn for God Topo not having his easy A. Let's just do this, because I don't really care about this rotation as much. And we will heal just in case, because we all know what God Goku's like. Or sorry, UI Goku. God Goku would have lost his 50% chance to dodge by now, but UI, I believe we're at the point now where his dodge will have gone down to 50% from 70, so we will heal up here. But yeah, Topo before his easy A, he would get absolutely destroyed by Vegeta in that final spot there. So 3.1 million on the blue Kaioken Goku. That's pretty good. I mean, this is a rainbow friend. It was like the only one that popped up. So yeah, he's not fully built up yet, and he's wow, 5.5 million for LR UI Goku. But it only has one dupe, so that's him with his best link partner and the God Topo support on rotation. So pretty good. Alright, so we got Trunks here. We got support from Ribrienne, so yeah, both of them are now over 100k. Rosie over 200k defense, and Ribrienne over 200k as well. Ribrienne is Ribrienne's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll give you this, and then we'll give you these. So what's Rosie's attack stat going to be? She is the weaker attacking wise. Yeah, so she's just over 1 million attack stat now. But we are getting fairly close to the end of the event. So obviously attack wise, that's not her deal. But defense wise, double digits from type disadvantage. And then 32k. I guess to be fair, actually, the Android 8 is still in effect. So that is increasing their defense quite a bit. But yeah, double digit damage from the normal attacks there. Not bad. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Obviously, one of the most irritating things about getting these units is the fact that their drop rate is absolutely awful. I think it took me like 2 full stamina bars to farm both of them, which might not sound like a lot to some people out there, but bear in mind I'm ranked like 804, so I have like 280 something stamina. So yeah, so 2 stamina bars for me is like well over 500 stamina. So took quite a while. I think I managed to get like 1 run where, thanks to a boost, I got like 5 copies, and I think that was the most. I was literally either getting none or like 1 for the entire time. And the number of times I got multiple runs in a row where I didn't get a single drop, which is obviously very irritating. But we're going to get the Dokkan attack with Blue Kaioken Goku, and we get the additional super attack as well. Obviously, he doesn't link super well with God Topo, but he's getting the support, and they do have a couple of links. So we'll see this final turn with these guys here. No support, and we're what, turn 11? So yeah, see, KAKUNSA's still not at 100k defense. Rosie at 144. So that's not bad. Yeah, let's put her first. And then we'll do this. And we'll give UI though. So we'll make this the last turn. We'll see these attack stats here for these two. Yeah, just under 1 million for Rosie with no support. Not terrible considering defense is her gig. Although KAKUNSA is all about the attack and hers is just under as well. So there's the additional for her. So very much just shy of 1 million. So all in all, I would say they're fairly decent support units. I think the biggest problem is their main teams are going to be the Universe Survival Saga, which, as I said already, is full of insanely powerful, like, summonable units. And then PEPPY GALS. You could definitely make a more sort of Universe Survival Saga themed PEPPY GALS team. But again, PEPPY GALS has so many great units, especially when you factor in all of the, like, Universe 6 Saiyans, that I feel like these two probably would go somewhat overlooked. So let me know what you think of these two. Which one is your favorite? Obviously they're kind of designed to be run together, but you could just run them with a Ribrienne. So you could bring whichever one is best of the two. Obviously for long form events, probably Rosie, just because of the defense. And then short form events, probably KAKUNSA, just because she can build up that attack a little bit faster. But yeah, let me know which one you guys prefer down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description. Feel free to join in the fun over there. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.